Wow, that is cool.
I always wanted a truck like this.
Right.
So I drew it, and now I built it. There's nothing like the feeling of dragging something home from the weeds and building something that looks like this.
Yeah. Let's see if she'll rock a little. Wow, I love this.
He looked good when he was wet, didn't he? You know what? I think he's gonna wet.
He looks really good with a Teletubby in front of him.
With a what? With a what in front of him? Are you okay? Hey, you're on film right now, you know. What? What?
You look like a Teletubby.
I have both hands. If I were out in the field working on the truck right now, I'd have both my hands. And we get better quality video without the shaking and like, look at this, look what I have, and then we'll show them what they get from your camera.
I love you.
Here's my sign. I mean,
I can't look at you.
Quit that. We're family friends.
I know, but I'm gonna pee my pants.
Classic truck rescue. Well, I did receive 2 of my lights. I got one box that had 2 of these in it, and this is what's in that. So one of these lights right here is supposed to be equivalent to one of those. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 working in here, and you can see how lit up the place is now, and it's not dark, so we got a lot of light coming in through there and the bottom of the garage door and etc. But this is what it looks like right now. I've got some more sheeting to do before I'm going to get the sidewalls done before I go to work on anything on the ceiling. Hopefully the other lights will show up and I'll be back. Now I have to deal with this corner. Remember, I had to take a hunk of the framing out to get this to move over. I had to jack that over this side, but I'll have to fill that in now. Well, I was going to call it a night. I got this little corner done over here on the inside and outside. There used to be a gaping hole right there. That's gone. And I put some trim on the bottom of the door. So that little corner's done. But I was down by the gate and I found a box, a big box, which I'm pretty sure is the other 4 of these. I got a box that had 2 of them yesterday. 1, 2. Yep, 2. And I think the other 4 are in there. So I got a whole bunch of lights in here. They're the fluorescent tube type. I'm just giving you a real good look. Well, folks, I'm going to call it a night. I did make it about halfway down this wall, making some good progress. Had a few things that sidetracked me today. I hope to make more progress tomorrow. But the light came on out here. That one has yet to come on, but that helps. Kind of lights up the outside a little bit here. I wanted to give you one more shot. It's not all the way dark yet, but one more shot of what it looks like in here with these 7 fluorescent lights on in the shop. And I'll give you a good idea what it looks like with those 7 lights. Because I don't know when I'm going to be putting the new lights in. I'm putting them in when I put the ceiling on. So, peace out. You guys okay?
Sorry about that.
Don't think you're getting any workman's comp. Well, it's been a couple of days since I was having my shop in a box emergency. I'm gonna put you up here. I've been making good headway. Well, you'll have seen it, but I'm gonna high speed you guys through the last couple of days because it's just been a lot of cutting and screwing to the walls. But I've gotten all the way from the left of the garage all the way to that corner. This side should go pretty quick. The only thing that's gonna slow me down is that I have to secure all these receptacles to the studs, and I'm gonna use this my high-tech flushing tool, and I'll just set this here because that's the thickness of the sheeting that's going on, and I'll pound those nails in the side. That I think they've all got nails in them. That'll only take me a minute. The thing that's going to take a little time is I separated all of this wood when I know it doesn't look like it, but I did when I unloaded the trailer. And all of this it's not perfect, but it's in good condition. Subflooring that we can use on the house. So I weeded through a pile yesterday that I had to move so that I could get that portion of the wall done. And I put all of the usable subflooring over here, but it needs to go. It can go in the big building. This is the type of thing that the big building can help me with while I get on my feet in this shop and start building some trucks. But now I have to move it. I think I'm gonna see if I can lower the ROPS, rollover protection system, on the Kubota to where I can bring it in here. If I can do that, then I can basically just put some skids right here and kind of, now I can't just knock it over. I'm not going to be able to carry the whole stack, so I'm gonna have to move some stuff around. This is the problem right now, because before I moved anything in here, I wanted to get all the walls covered so they weren't like that, and so the ceiling's not like that, because I believe that box is the rest of our lights. I had a lighting company I'm going to do a product review for on these lights right here, LED lights, and they're guaranteeing me that they're going to put out more light than we have. 7 fluorescent lights working right now. This shop was already pre-wired, had tons of lights in it. I will probably leave, I'll look into the center section before I remove it. I believe it's on a different circuit. I'll hook that circuit up. The shop is plugged in. It's plugged into our temporary power right now. So I don't want to get carried away. I don't want to reinvent the wheel. If it's here and I can use it, I love all of the receptacles going all the way around, pretty much around the whole perimeter of the inside of the shop. That's great. It's actually more than I need, but better to have more when it's something like that. But there's 3 switches on the wall. I gotta find out what all 3 switches are for, and I know how to do that, but it's a slow process because I don't want to hurt myself. We're not gonna film that part anyway. Just don't worry about it. Anyway, I'll test the circuits. I can do that by running a cord to the temporary power that we have out here right now, and just see which switch operates what and mark it accordingly. And then that'll give me a reference on where to put my lights and what switch operates them and this and that. You know the thing. Anyways, before I get back to work here, and I guess the first thing I've got to do pretty much is move that stack of wood. Now that can go in the building. I'll figure out some way. I'll probably have to clear this stuff out and drag it down there. But I am gonna see about putting the ROPS down on the tractor, because it would be helpful to bring the forks in here, not just for now, but also when I'm moving all my stuff out of the shop in a box over here. Some of that stuff's real big and heavy. Anyway, I'm really excited. Praise God. And thank you again, Terry, for helping us out with the wood. I've pulled a lot of nails and a lot of screws, but the wood's perfect. Jamie walked in here last night and she said, man, it smells like new wood in here. And to me, that's beautiful. I wish I had the budget to put a little splash some paint on there, but it's gonna be okay for now. I wanted to get the insulation covered and everything sealed in before I brought my stuff. It's kind of a 911, you know. And as far as painting later, maybe, you know, you pull out stuff from the wall in this section and paint it. I don't know, but I know that I do got to get these walls done, and I got to sheet the whole ceiling, which will be interesting. I'll make a tool, maybe. I'll make some kind of tool. Anyway, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get her done because I am excited. Thank you, Lord. Thank you to all of our viewers, especially those of you that signed up 9 years ago to watch me build trucks and have only seen a few trucks get built. It's gonna be a full-time thing pretty soon. Well, it'll be a half-time thing pretty soon, because this ranch is never gonna stop requiring my time and attention, but we can have both. We'll figure it out. Classic truck ranch, classic truck rescue. Let's go inflate the ball. I was on my way back from feeding the cows, and I noticed that their ball was deflated, and believe it or not, they do play with it. They only do it when they think nobody's watching, but I've busted them. They do play with the ball. I kind of like the little cows, and they're awfully cute when they play with the ball. I gotta make sure this is off. I got myself last time. Yeah, it's better safe than sorry. Me. They're not gonna come out right now because I just fed everyone. And if you want to see the jet, it goes for jet too. If you want to see the critters disappear from out here in the pasture land, then you just pour some food in there. You won't see them till it's gone. Still have to put the metal on my building. People get frustrated with me because I haven't done this or that. They don't realize how many different things that I have to do. And you have to have time allotments for certain things. I got smart and decided that I didn't need to inflate the ball in the middle of the pasture. Hopefully I can get some footage of them playing with it today. It's pretty cute. Oh yeah, they're gonna like that. I see him looking at it. Here comes one. Moo. Number 2. Moo. Number 3. Look at how fat that one in the back is. Look. You're some fatties. You're fat cows. Me. Come on, give it a good boot. They get a lot more active with it when nobody's watching. They're splitting their attention between me and the ball. It thinks it's pushing on him. Sometimes you just gotta take a minute and watch the cows, and then you eat them. All right, back to work. Not to whine too much, but I'm kind of mentally weary right now because I did electrical work. I do not like doing electrical work. You just have to think too much. I don't know why. It's always been my Achilles heel. I can do it. I can do electrical work, but I'm super slow at it. And it wears me out. It's mind-boggling. I just can't wrap I'm not wired. My brain's not wired that way. Electrical work gives me problems. I can figure stuff out, but there's a lot of things about electricity that I don't understand. And frankly, there's a few things about electricity that I don't believe. I've got everything working now electrically. I've got the outside bank of lights, the inside bank of lights, both banks of lights, and I've got my outlets, which are on 2 different circuits, but all of the right bank and left bank outlets are on. And the way I've got it set up, if there's a power outage, I can come over here and plug that yellow cord into my new generator. We have a new generator in one of the containers that we got a couple of years ago. Matter of fact, it's paid off now. Anyway, I can park that right here. It runs on either propane or gasoline. We've never put gasoline in it, and we've only used it once. But it'd be good to have that right here. If there's a power outage, I can plug that yellow cord into it, fire it up, pull it right here and fire it up, and have lights and power in all these outlets. I've got one cord running from an outlet here over to Jamie's garage, and that is just to power the automatic garage door opener and the light for her garage. So anyway, I'm having to juggle for room, and I'm having to hurry up too, because the shop in a box, I think it was Monday, I was praying for one more day before it imploded. I put a seam around the edges so it would stop tearing more, and moved everything out from underneath it, so nothing's getting wet in there, but it's not going to last. And most of what's in there needs to be in here, but I'm trying to get this done before I fill it up. I want to get the walls done. I had to figure out which wires worked what and all that, because I'm getting ready to put the new LED overhead lights in. I'm going to take out the fluorescent ones and leave the ones that are in the middle, because they all have covers on them and they're kind of the same shape as the new ones, except the new ones are smaller. See? These are going to be a lot less obtrusive. These are just, they're too much. There's too much that can break there. They suck energy, and I figure one of these for every one of those. 2, 4, 6, leave those in the middle. It's going to look good. But I had to get my power figured out before I could do all that. Also got a little bonus for Jamie, so that that area lights up. Yeah, That'll light this area up. In the morning it's dark when she goes to work. Okay, so I got to get that big stack out of here. It doesn't need to be here. These bigger pieces of lumber, like the 4 posts and stuff, need to get them moved over there. I'll use my tractor to get rid of that, throw all this scrap on the burn pile, and get back to work. I'll be back. Classic Truck Rescue, good morning. We're back at the RoadHouse Garage. I'm starting to get used to this, folks. Yesterday, these lights weren't working, and I identified what circuits go to what and everything and got power to everything, but since those weren't working, I didn't know which circuit they were on, and all this kind of figures together. I want to have hanging outlets. I want to have some kind of way of plugging in right there and right about by that trap door, because I'm going to have an island table right there that I want plug-ins for, and right here's probably going to be an engine bay off a truck or a hot rod most of the time, so it's good to have power there too. So I identified that these are, even though they're the same type of light fixtures as I have on both sides on the outboard, which all are coming down, I didn't know whether it was tied into that circuit or the center light circuit, and I determined that it was on the center light circuit by touching wires together after I turned it on.
Don't ever do that again.
Don't test like that. I can't find my tester. All those problems are going to be resolved real soon. Everything's going to be within reach. So I'm going to go ahead and take this fixture down. All of the fixtures have to come down in order for me to put sheeting on there. Now's the time to do it before I have benches and tables and stuff in here and big heavy tools that are hard to move. That's what I'm focused on. Also want to pop up there and see what all's in the attic, and before I get too carried away, I want to make sure that I at least have 2x4s or 2x6s, a pair of them running kind of like this, but going all the way down both sides in case you need to get up there and get over to one end or the other. But today, I think I'm going to start over here. Yes, I'm going to start in this corner. I'm going to finish this wall out, the wall where the door is. I don't think I can put any sheeting up here. Above the door, there's a little, like a 6-inch, 5 or 6 inch section of just insulation. Maybe you can see that. Right here. And I don't think I can put even a thin board on there, because when the garage door closes, it's flush up against that. We'll worry about that later. That's something I'll always be able to fix. I'm always going to be able to get to that area when the door's closed, unless there's a car here, but there won't be for a minute. Right now, I think I'm going to clean this mess up and clean that mess up. I'm gonna go put that stack in the big building, take this stuff to the fire pit. Might even have a bonfire today. I've got a lot of stuff that's accumulated. I still have to go around and pick up around the foundation of the house and clean all that up. Jamie's real happy with her garage, so she's loving that. Also, I didn't know it, but when I was leaving last night, it was dark, so this light was on when I walked out, but then I got on my quad and that popped on, and it lights up this whole area, and Jamie liked that. So bonus. Thank you, Lord.
Dear God. Thank you.
I'm gonna get started right here. Here, I'll just do a before. With some dramatic music. The before, like a dingy, dark, ugly kind of music. And then I'll do this.